Before the video begins, I want to make a quick announcement. My good friend Reed, also known as RadAustin27, is selling these awesome zombie posters down in the description. If you want to check them out, a link is down below. Be sure, though, to use the coupon code JJ25. A link is down below. What's going on, YouTube? My name is John. After the other day making a video explaining why the Wonderwaffe is one of the most overrated weapons we've ever seen in zombies, I figure it's only fair to then give my opinions on what I think are some of the best wonder weapons of all time, and also, as you can see, which ones are trash or just absolute fucking garbage. This is going to be the definitive tier ranking, the ultimate list for wonder weapons ranked, because, well, last time I did a tier ranking video, it went so well. Everybody loved it. Everybody agreed with it. I definitely didn't get roasted for my opinions on these, which, after all, are just opinions. But because I did so well last time, I've decided that these are not opinions, these are facts. You cannot argue with my decisions. What I decide will be the official list for what are the best wonder weapons of all time, which ones are the great ones, the pretty good ones, the meh ones, the trash, and the absolute fucking garbage. Let's start with the absolute fucking garbage. What is the worst wonder weapon of all time? Well, obviously, the worst wonder weapon of all time would belong to the worst map of all time, and I think we can all agree that Gorod Krovi is the worst map of all time. There is no arguing. There is nothing good about Gorod Krovi. Nothing jumps out at me as to why Gorod Krovi might be a good map. Much like the map is absolute fucking garbage, the wonder weapon on that map is absolute fucking garbage, and it stays at the bottom of the tier ranking. I don't care. There's no argument against it. Gorod Krovi sucks, and so does the Ray Gun Mark III. Its wonder weapon starts in the absolute fucking garbage. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because last time I talked about why the Wonderwaffe was overrated. I didn't say it was a bad wonder weapon. I think it's actually one of our better ones, but it's not amazing. It doesn't belong in the best category. It doesn't belong in the great category. It's pretty good. You can kill zombies infinitely. However, you only have 180 zombies you can kill with a single Wonderwaffe, 360 if you pack a punch it. That's not much when you compare it to other wonder weapons. For example, the Thunder Gun I would throw in the the great category. And the thought here is it has almost double the killing potential. You can kill about 600 zombies with a pack-a-punch Thunder Gun. Compare that to the Wonderwaffe, which you can only kill about 360 zombies. The Thunder Gun is guaranteed to get you out of a jam, whereas the Wonderwaffe isn't. You don't have to deal with splash damage like you do with the Wonderwaffe, and in World, or you don't have to worry about your Juggernaut getting taken away. So you've got that perk too. Now, as we move on, say, up to the best category, one of the best Wonderwaffes I think we've ever got, or wonder weapons we've ever gotten, is the Baby Gun. Here's my thought here. This gun has incredible killing potential. You get 48 shots with the Baby Gun. When you're able to kill 24 zombies at a time, that means you can kill over 1,152 zombies before you need a max ammo or before you need to go spin the mystery box again. That's some of the best killing potential we've ever seen in zombies. It'll also get you out of a corner most of the time. You can just shoot the zombies around you. They'll shrink and then kick them out of the way. You might get a little bit of damage, but you should survive 90% of the time. I think just based off this gun's killing potential alone, it deserves to be in the best category. Not to mention, it's one of the few wonder weapons, especially in the early days, that allow you to get max ammo. So not only are you able to kill so many more zombies, but you can get max ammos. You can't get max ammos with the Thunder Gun or the Wonderwaffe. Now, the meh category, I would put weapons that just aren't quite able to kill all the zombies. Things like, say, the Ray Gun. The Ray Gun is beloved. It's iconic. It is essentially the symbol for zombies and could arguably be the symbol for wonder weapons. But come round 30s, 40s, and especially in the 50s, you're going to have a fat chance killing zombies with this weapon. So it's kind of meh. It's wonderful in the 10s, the 20s, and maybe even the 30s, but it's not going to do you much good, not to mention splash damage. Another wonder weapon I think is really great, and also for its killing potential, would be the Apothicon Servant. We're going to put this in the best category. When you're in an area with really dense spawns, all you need to do is shoot one black hole, and you could maybe kill around 50 zombies with a single shot. It will also get you out of jams like, say, the Thunder Gun, which is a nice bonus. The only issue holding this weapon back and why I put it behind, say, the baby gun is its ammo count. You're really not getting much ammo with this gun, and unless you're being really efficient with it, you're not going to kill a lot of zombies. I'm putting it this high, though, because of its upward potential. I think you can do a lot with this gun in an area with really dense spawns and kill a lot of zombies. The trash category? Well, it's got to go to the weapon comprised of solely trash, aka the jet gun. The jet gun is literally scounged together from garbage that we find, an old jet propellant, some straps, a few gauges here and there, and what happens? It breaks immediately. It's garbage. It's not absolute fucking garbage like, say, the regular Mark III, but it's trash. Let's go next with one of the staves. One of the best staves I think we have is, of course, the ice staff. I think I will put it ahead of the thunder gun. This is, I think, one of the best stats we have. It can kill zombies for quite a while. I'm not actually 100% sure whether or not it can kill zombies infinitely, but I would say it works well up into like the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So it's like, honestly, it might as well, for all intents and purposes, be up there. It has, I think, one of the biggest ranges. It lasts one of the longest of all the stats. It goes up there in the great category, in my opinion. This might be a controversial pick here, but remember, all my picks are definitive and law. I'm going to put the Paralyzer up at the top in the best category, and this is for two reasons. One, I think it's a really interesting tool. You can do a lot with this weapon. It's not just a weapon, but you can use it to fly and get around the map. So you can access areas you wouldn't normally be able to. You can create routes if you're going to jam. You can shoot it at the ground, jump up, and fly away. I think it's really interesting in that respect. I also like the fact that in theory, you never run out of ammo. You might have to wait for the gauge to climb down, but tell me, what other wonder weapon allows you to sit in a corner till round 50 and not even have to move, not even have to train, just keep tapping the trigger, and you're guaranteed to kill all the other zombies? No wonder weapon can do that, and for that reason, just because of what it's able to do, the way it changes the way we play with wonder weapons, I think it belongs in the best category. Wonder weapon that I also think isn't very good, Winter's Howl. I think it lasts you longer than the ray gun. This goes in the meh category. It's slightly better in Black Ops 4, but quite frankly, it's still not that great. It's going in the meh category. Something I forgot to mention earlier on is that I'm not going to be covering the gauntlets, and I'm not going to be covering the upgraded ray gun Mark II variants, just because I haven't played with them well enough to really give you an opinion. Like, I haven't even played with all the gauntlets yet. I don't feel comfortable ranking them. I'd rather just stick to them at the bottom, so they're staying in the corner. I will rank the bows and the staff. So originally I wasn't going to do them individually, but now I am going to do them individually because I don't think it's fair to do them separately. Now the Blundergat. I have a hard time placing the Blundergat. I think I'm going to put it in the pretty good category. It's not a weapon that is able to kill forever, but I think it's also really interesting. So, like, the Blundergat on its own isn't a great wonder weapon, but then you have variants like the Magma Gat and the Acid Gat, and I thought I would encapsulate it into one big category. The fact that it almost in a way works like a monkey bomb gun, I think is actually one of the coolest things we've had. It reminds me of like the classic crossbow from Black Ops 1. So I'm going to put it at the bottom of the pretty good category and say, like, it's not our greatest wonder weapon. It definitely doesn't have the best killing potential, but it's not bad. It's interesting. The KT-4. The KT-4 I'm going to put in the great category. It has the potential to be a really good wonder weapon. I think I'll put it ahead of the Thunder Gun. The KT-4, we're going to put it behind the Thunder Gun. It's really great against the Thrashers. It's capable of killing zombies for quite a long time. You have a chain reaction effect, but the chain reaction effect isn't as good, I'd say, as something like, say, the Sliquifier, which I think is one of the best wonder weapons we've ever seen. To me, I feel like the Sliquifier is a better KT-4, and part of it may just be because of the way the maps are set up. I feel like Die Rise was better for the KT-4 than, say, Zet. If the KT-4 was in a different map, I think it might actually be higher on the list, which sounds weird, but sometimes weapons, I think, can be limited by the map that they're on. The Sliquifier, I mean, pre-patch, that gun literally could defeat an entire round with a single shot. No wonder weapon can do that. In theory, the killing potential for this gun is infinite. Post-patch, it's not as good, but still able to kill like well over 50, 70, 100 zombies with a single shot. I mean, if you're in a dense area and you're running some really tight trains and the spawns are really quickly, that chain effect can just keep running and running and running. I think this liquefier is awesome. This, though, like I said, can be limited sometimes by the map that it's on. You can shoot it onto the ground, you can slip off onto the map, but honestly, that hasn't been a huge issue for me. Maybe when the zombies get stuck in the goo, then they're kind of weird and I gotta jump around them. But again, to me, I think weapons that belong in the best category have some really interesting potential and traits for them. So the liquefier, in theory, could defeat an entire round with a single shot. The baby gun has one of the best abilities to kill zombies with just being able to kill 24 zombies at a time. You have so much ammo, you can get max ammos from it. The Apothecan's Servant, much like the liquefier, can kill a bunch of zombies, and when used in a tight spot, has a lot of upward killing potential. The Paralyzer, you're able to kill zombies without even moving. Let's go now with the Scavenger. Scavenger will put at the top of the meh category, and here's what I'm thinking here. This gun's just fucking badass. You fire it, the sound drops for a second, you go boom, and the zombies all die and go into a mist. You can do this from a distance, you can do this up close. It's really good for killing George. Sure, you're not able to kill zombies forever, and God, I don't know what Treyarch was thinking with that, but the Scavenger, not only is it cool, but in spite of not being able to kill zombies up into the high rounds, I still love it. Let's do a bow, because we haven't even touched the bows yet. Storm bow, I'm going to put it at the top of the great category. This thing is just awesome. I love the storm bow. Once you get it rolling and you have so much ammo, this gun is just, it's able to kill the zombies for a long time. It's really good with the Panzers because they just get trapped in the vortex and you can fire 3 or 4 of them. It's one of the best bows. I feel safe with this gun because I can just begin spamming it and I'm not in danger at all. The storm bow is absolutely awesome. It's the best bow we have. Another bow that I like would be the wolf bow. The wolf bow, actually I'm going to put the storm bow in the great category, and what I'll do is I'll put the wolf bow in, or storm bow goes in the best category at the bottom. Wolf bow will go in the great category. It's not the best, but it'll always be able to kill the zombies. I can get out of a jam by just shooting it onto the ground, and it'll do its job. I think it is the second best bow. It's also super easy to get, and I think that's also important. Like some of these buildable wonder weapons, like of all the bows, this one is the easiest to get. It takes like 2 minutes. Anybody can do it. A child could fucking build the wolf bow. So that is a nice little benefit to it. The next one will go with, I'd say, the storm bow. It's not as good as the wolf bow. We'll put it, or the fire bow. We'll put it, say, there. You know, it's really hard to build because there's no good fire bow tutorial. Like if Noah J could just get around to fucking making a fire bow tutorial already, I would greatly appreciate it because I don't know how to build it. But it isn't too bad. The void bow, it's pretty good, I guess. Like it can kill zombies. I would never use it to kill zombies because why would anybody bother building this shitty bow that doesn't even kill the zombies very well? Like this is one of the more tedious. Actually, that's not true. The fire bow can actually at times be pretty tedious to build if you can't land those shots well. But the void bow takes a little bit to build. It's not even very good. This is going in the pretty good category. The wave gun. The wave gun, I think, is up there in the great category. It's better than the thunder gun in my opinion. Here's why. It has a lot of the benefits. You can easily kill 24 zombies at a time. You don't really need to worry about aiming. But you can also split it into 2 separate guns if you need more ammo. So you just, I think, have a higher killing potential with the wave gun than you do the thunder gun. The VR-11, where does this go? The trash category? Because you just shoot a zombie and then it turns into a person? No, it actually, I think, goes at the bottom of the best category, and here's why. This is because it's one of the most unique wonder weapons we've ever had. In solo, it's garbage. I will admit. It is trash, but the fact that it's an insta-kill gun is really cool. Like, it doesn't have that much ammo, so it's not actually a perfect long-term viable solution, but it changed the way people got to high rounds in Call of the Dead in co-op. You could have one person with the VR-11, another person, say, with the AK-74U, start training around the lighthouse, shoot him, he has insta-kill, you can then kill a bunch of zombies, and that's awesome. We've never had an insta-kill weapon like that. In theory, you can kill more than 24 zombies when you have that insta-kill effect. I don't know if practically it actually belongs in the best category, but I think for what it is and for what it's capable of doing, it can exist in that category. Let's start knocking out some of these staffs right now. We'll throw the wind staff in the pretty good category, I would say. It's like a thunder gun light. I don't know if it always works as well as the thunder gun. I don't feel definitely as confident with the wind staff as I do the thunder gun, but it will kill the zombies and it should last you pretty long. It has an okay amount of ammo. We'll put it in the pretty good category. The lightning bow, that's going to go in the end of the pretty good category, as well as the fire bow, or I'm sorry, not the bow, but the staves. We'll put them there. They definitely actually deserve to go. Oh, God, I don't know. I know I'm saying these are definitive lists, but honestly, some of these can get interchangeable. We'll put them like that. The problem is they're just not great at killing zombies in the later rounds. They don't always have that one-hit kill potential, especially later on. The firebow and the lightning staff aren't always going to be killing zombies. The wind staff, I think, lasts pretty long. The ice staff does, and these also just have large effects with their range. Like once you get that ice storm going and once you get that tornado going, they'll do a number on the zombies. But the fire staff and the lightning staff, they just pale in comparison to the other two, so they're going back there. The ray gun Mark II. This is going in the, we'll put it at the end of the pretty good category. Like I'd say starting here, this is when you start to get the weapons that aren't always going to be killing zombies, but the ray gun Mark II can actually reliably kill zombies into the 50s. You can start to kill zombies into the 60s. After that, it's going to start to tamper off. Obviously, its variants are better. Like they would probably go way above it, but we're not going to be ranking them today. It's going to exist in the pretty good category. I really like the ray gun Mark II. You have a lot of mobility, a lot of ammo. You get some headshots going. You're still able to kill the zombies late into the rounds. Treyarch did a great job at actually upgrading the ray gun. Like the ray gun Mark II feels like a noticeable improvement over the ray gun. You also don't have splash damage, which is wonderful as well too. We'll throw these guys back there because we're not doing them individually. Now we have, though, 3 of the Black Ops 4 Wonder Weapons, which I will admit are the Wonder Weapons I have the least amount of experience with. We'll start with the Kraken. The Kraken's just a Wonder Weapon I love to use. I just have so much fun. It's a fucking cannon. Like, is it actually one step below the Thunder Gun? Probably not. When you upgrade it, I think it gets really good. When it's not upgraded, like, it doesn't actually have the same killing potential as a lot of these weapons. So I'm just going to put it in the great category. I just fucking love this gun. It's one of my favorites we've ever seen in zombies, so I'm throwing it up there. Then we have Serpent's Kiss. This is going, I think, right here behind, or we'll put it right behind the Kraken. I think this gun is basically like an improved Wonderwaffe. Like, you get one zombie and then it electrocutes the other zombies around it. It can kill more than 24 zombies, which is a noticeable improvement over the Wonderwaffe. It was like somebody said, hey, let's take the Wonderwaffe but attach it to a scorpion, and that's what the Serpent's Kiss is. Then we have Alistair's Folly. This is going to go to the top of the pretty good category. Once you get all the upgrades going, which is tedious in Dead of the Night, it is actually a very viable wonder weapon. Once it's normal, it honestly isn't. Like, a normal one isn't as super viable. A normal one would go there, but just because it has its potential once it's upgraded, I'll put it in the top of the pretty good category. This, ladies and gentlemen, though, is the definitive tier ranking for all of the wonder weapons we've seen in zombies. Like I said, the genesis of this video is that I think the Wonderwaffe is overrated, and as you can see, I honestly think it fits right in the middle of the pack. There's a lot of wonder weapons that, quite frankly, are better. I think with each subsequent map, we got better wonder weapons, with notable exceptions, though, like the jet gun, the scavenger, the Winter's Howl, the ray gun. Like, these weapons don't kill into the super high rounds, but amongst weapons that can kill into the super high rounds, they honestly just aren't as good as the Wonderwaffe, in my opinion. So that's kind of where I think of the wonder weapons. If you can imagine, though, these are the weapons that not only are able to kill more than 24 zombies at a time, but also just have really unique attributes and really unique effects that make them stand out from the crowd. These are the wonder weapons that you can make very good runs with into the high rounds. You can kill a lot of zombies. You're pretty much always guaranteed to get kills with them. Then we have the weapons that are pretty good. Weapons that I feel reliable going into the high rounds with. Weapons that, for the most part, should be able to kill zombies into the really high rounds. Honestly, Wonderwaffe, Windstaff, I don't know. I actually don't give a shit. They're just going to go there. The med weapons do the weapons that don't do anything. This is the wonder weapon that isn't a wonder weapon. It's just garbage. This one, though, is actually absolutely fucking garbage and belongs nowhere near this list. That, ladies and gentlemen, is your definitive tier ranking of wonder weapons. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, maybe subscribe for more. I'm always covering zombies, so if you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll enjoy the next one. Have a wonderful day, and bye.